right? You know, I told my guy friends I was gonna quit stripping. And then, of course, dude, for real? Why would you quit? Girls, titties, money, dude, what the fuck? I said, hold on, bro. Do you think I got Sally and her 21-year-old hottie sorority sisters coming into the club every Friday night with her daddy's fucking college money? Huh? Hi, want some money? Suck your dick? No. I get Billy Joe Jim Bob, the 600-pound, 4-tooth having Walmart shopping, trailer living bitch talking about, you're gonna work for this dollar, boy. Can you smoke in here? Tucks that dollar bill in her waistband. By the time I get to her tits, all I smell is tuna tacos. This job fucking sucks. What I'm saying is my guidance counselor was a dick, people. That's what the fuck I'm saying. I know I'm being real negative, so real quick, I can say something. I'm gonna sing a song about my favorite thing in the world. It's blowjobs, everybody. Here we go. Ready? Here we go. Everything, 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 except when she drags her teeth. Seriously, ladies, have some fucking pride in yourself. If you're doing that shit, you know who you are. Now quit. I'm gonna do this back. He'll never ask me again. It's like fucking Jaws on Shark Week. What the fuck is wrong with you? Now, how many women here have ever seen a male stripper? She's like, shh, he's right here. Shut up, shut up. Now, make some noise if you've ever seen a male stripper. Really, come on. Hold on. Can you go like this for me? Oh, I do recognize you on the back of your head. That's why without a 20 in her teeth, she looks a lot different, everybody. Hi, good to see you again. My God, she was my best client, let me tell you. I'm kidding. You're beautiful for a man. No, I said, Caitlin, that surgery's great. I'm kidding, I love you, B, you love your life. I'm just joking, I'm picking on you, I love everyone. But I will tell you one thing about women, tell me the truth. Women who go to a fucking male strip club, you are like fucking piranhas when there's blood in the water, alright? It's like, oh yeah, Becky, smack his ass, rip his G-string, bite him! Fucking grab their lead press-on claws and stick it so far in my fucking ass, I think I'm getting a colonoscopy up here. So I wrote a little song about the girls that go to a male strip club. Here we go. You're all dressed up in a tiara and a bachelorette sash. A slutty little black dress doesn't even cover your ass. You've got your penis straws and a giant blow-up dick. 12 shots and one last night to act like a slutty chick. Well, I'm your male stripper. Oh yes, it's true. And if you have $1, well, I will teabag you. I will dance on you, and you will grab on me. And if you have a 20, let's do a VIP. Well, sometimes I'm a fireman or a cop with a big nightstick. Please tell your drunk grandmother, stop trying to grab my dick. I'm not Magic Mike, but I do wear a thong. To the guys who call that gay, just remember, it's your future wife that paid to see my schlong. I am fucking retarded. No, so here's another thing. Speaking of, maybe I talk a lot about blowjobs. Fucking, I like them. And I'm unabashedly not ashamed. I like blowjobs. Okay, so yeah, there we go, guys. Make some noise, men. Fucking unite. Okay, be honest. Where are my women that actually like to give a blowjob? Lying ass bitches. You just don't want to go home and do it tonight. That's what your fucking problem is. God damn. No, so here's the deal. I actually saw a really cool study. This was nuts, man. This was done by Harvard University, and it equated sperm cell information to DNA coding like a computer, like a binary code, right? And they said that one sperm cell contains the equivalent of 15,700 megabytes of data. That means that the average ejaculation has 1.79 terabytes of data. Hey, ma'am, wouldn't you say that's a lot of information to swallow? That's a spitter smile right there. It's like, Sorry. Oh, shit. Oh, I'm sorry. Are you a teeth dragger too, honey? That ponytail says, don't you fucking dare. Don't you fucking...
I joined a gym. Have you guys ever done that? Gone and been like, I'm gonna join. This guy looks like he works, and he's like, me, look at my guns. Don't join a gym is what I'm trying to tell you, because it's stupid. It's so stupid, because the first thing they say to you when you show up is, what's your activity level? And I'm like, clearly nothing. But I didn't want to sound like a jackass, so I was like, you know, I like twerking. I like to twerk it out, right? Oh no, that's not a workout plan. Oh shit. Okay, I got it. Oh, I know. I do Kegels every day. That doesn't count? Why am I so sweaty afterwards? That's a workout. Come on. I'm doing them right now. I'm just like, keeping it tight. Okay, so yeah, I guess I need to work on it a little. But you guys look like a very healthy and attractive crowd. That's a joke because I can't see you. But I do have a real question for you. Can I consider it, and I almost messed up, can I consider it a protein shake if I chase a blowjob with an energy drink? I'm asking for a friend. For those friends. Just kidding, I love that saying. I'm not asking for a friend, I'm asking for me. Piece of shit right here asking me to know. I believe the consensus is yes. So ladies, get your protein. You're welcome on that one, guys. No, I am trying to work on it, so I'm going back to college. I'm a non-traditional college student, woo, which means I'm really old, and I'm hanging out with all these One Direction looking motherfuckers. It's really weird. But being a college student means that I have, you know, an excuse to like hang out in a bar, I guess. So I go to the bar a lot, and I was hanging out with some classmates, and this one guy, who I will refer to as a dude bro, was like, I don't let girls hit on me in bars, actually. I was like, isn't that the point? He's like, no, because if anyone's been drinking or doing drugs, then the sex is not consensual. And I was like, oh, too close to home, right? Well, too close to home there, buddy? And then I thought about it, and I started laughing, and he was like, what's so funny? And I go, that means I've never had consensual sex. Whoops. I've been doing it wrong this whole time. You can tell that I was in community college at the time of that because I didn't know how to spell consensual. So I just wrote down yes sex. Close enough. Close enough.
I saw this girl's profile online recently, and under hobbies it listed spontaneous napping, which I think is the weirdest way to describe narcolepsy that I've ever heard. But I don't think you should list medical conditions as hobbies though, you know? Like I don't list my mild depression as being a sad enthusiast. Just seems dishonest. I don't know, maybe I should though, it's a better way to frame it, isn't it? Josh, you depressed? Nah, baby, I'm just really into melancholy. I saw this story recently about a psychic who got murdered, which I thought was a really weird choice of words, you know? Because if you're a psychic, you can see into the future, and you don't do anything to change it. Is that really murder? Like, I think it's suicide, or at the very least a self-esteem issue. What happened to that psychic? He didn't believe in himself. My God. So much sadder when you say it that way. I live by this gas station that's near my house, and it has a sign that they change intermittently. And lately the sign has said, life is a game, be a player, not a spectator. So I thought about that, and I pulled into the gas station. I went inside, and I looked at the clerk, and I yelled out, Yahtzee, and then I robbed him.
Oh, wow.
I ain't no spectator, guys. I'm gonna be a player. Carpe diem, that's what I say. It's what I've always said. I don't know if heaven's real, guys. I don't know if heaven is a real place or not. But if it is, I hope all my friends and family die before me. Because I don't like meeting new people. I don't want to get up there in front of Jesus, have my social anxiety kick in, start acting all weird, you know? If he passes by, I'm like, do I bow or do I shake his hand? I don't know the rules up here. Wish my uncle had died. He would have helped me. I think as a society we treat children too well, adults not well enough. That's what I think. Here's how I know, is if you're, God forbid, terminally ill, and you're a kid, you know what you get? You get a wish, guys. Anything you want is your choice. The whole world's your oyster. If you want to see Crocodile Dundee Paul Hogan, they're going to bring you down to Australia. They're going to show you his big-ass knife. You want to wear an eagle as a hat? I think that's illegal, but you know what? Dreams do come true. We'll shoot that bald eagle and skin it and put it on your head like a coonskin cap. Call you Davy Crockett. You know what your choices are if you're an adult and you're terminally ill? You can go on hospice. That's it. That's the only one. It's the one choice. I don't know if you guys know what hospice is. Hospice is a fancy medical term that means you can go die over there, I guess. It's like a terrible Dr. Seuss rhyme. Hospice. You can die on a plane. You can die on a train. You can die with a fox. You can die in a box. Hospice. It's not their official motto because they won't take my submissions. What I'm saying is I think we need to tear children down. Was that not clear from the outset? They're too high. We need to knock them down a few pegs, if not more. I don't know. Your guys' call. I know I have a friend who's a teacher, and we went to the bar recently, and she told me how teachers are underpaid and they're heroes. I said, that's not true. Teachers are underpaid, but teachers aren't heroes. Here's how I know. Because heroes don't have summers off. Yeah, they do in this premise. If you call 911 right now because your house is on fire, they don't just go like, ooh, July's a bad time for us. Sorry, we're union. Try back in September. I assume you're a teacher, person who called out that teachers don't. Or you're just a rep? I don't know. No, you're great. Did I have teacher? Well, you don't know that you have to raise your hand before you talk, do you? When I was younger, my dad used to give me a lot of advice, and it didn't make any sense when I was younger, but then I got a little older, and things started to make a little sense, you know? Like, my dad used to say crazy stuff to me when I was little. Like, he'd say, Josh, zebras are just striped horses, and anyone who tells you different is a damn liar. So I was like, what the hell does that even mean? But then I got older, I realized what he was really trying to say. What he was trying to say is, Josh, watch out for mental illness, buddy, because it runs in the family. It's a genetic component, and you should be concerned. It's a good man. When I was a teenager, I was told by a doctor that I might have mild depression, which made me think it's very ironic, because the idea that I'm not even good at depression makes me severely depressed. I'm not sure that doctor knew what they were doing. I think right now that people think things are controversial topics that aren't, you know, like things are political, but they're really not. Like, people think gun control is a political issue, but it's not. Gun control isn't going to happen, guys. Here's why. Because the side that opposes it has a bunch of guns. That's it. That's all you need. Don't overthink it. I don't know if you know this, but the amount of guns you have is directly proportional to how persuasive your argument seems. Like, I've persuaded some of you that I'm kind of funny, and that's pretty cool. But if I had a gun right now, pretty sure a lot more of you would be laughing. That would be my tag as a comic, you know? It would say, Josh Zuckel, comedian, kills one way or another every time. Alright guys, that's my time. Thank you so much.
Well, you know, they say in this public speaking business, the takes an intelligent audience less than 47.6 seconds to formulate a first impression upon a speaker. So, yeah, right about now, no doubt you recognized I'm a bit older than most of the comics you see performing these days. But hey, big whip, right? There's no age limitation on comedy, and I really wasn't planning on doing this tonight, but you guys seem like a pretty tight, hip audience. I'm gonna do it. Tonight's the night. I'm gonna blow the lid off on the stand-up comedy industry.
All right.
And I'm gonna let you all in on a well-guarded secret in this business. You wanna hear it?
Yeah.
Come on, I'm putting my career on the line. You wanna hear it?
Yeah.
All right.
Goddamn right we want to hear it.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah!
Most of the younger comics you see performing these days, they're all whacked out on weed. They are, man. They're hired a kite, stoned to the bone, riding the Midnight Mariucci Express, smoking a spliff, banging the bong, doing the Michael Phelps backstroke, blowing the blunt. They're toking on the ends of twisted tornadoes. They're ingesting the devil's vegetable. So immature kids. Gotta smoke weed for creative purposes. Bah! I'm way beyond that. I don't smoke weed. I'm an advanced, mature professional.
Yeah!
So you're gonna have to bear with me tonight, baby, because I'm working through this heroin habit. Thank you. Appreciate it.
When I was in college, my last week of college, my friend took a leak in an alley. We've all done it, both genders, right? We were at a party, he pissed in an alley, okay? The difference between Nick and other people was there was a cop 6 feet away when he did it. The cop was laughing as he wrote the ticket. He's like, dude, I can't help you. You pissed right directly at my squad car. So he writes a ticket, and my friend Nick goes, oh my God, what do? Do I just pay a ticket? He goes, no, you gotta go to court, they'll get you squared away. So he goes to court, he gets to court, and he goes before the judge, and the judge goes, listen, not only are you guilty of this crime, you also have to register as a sex offender. All right, he knows. This is my friend Nick's exact words to the judge. He goes, Your Honor, I don't have time to be a sex offender. He goes, I'm in my last week of accounting school. I already have a job, an internship in Chicago. Like, I can't do this right now. And the judge goes, listen, it's a gross misuse of time. You know, there's nothing we can do. You know, you just have to basically do it. Maybe in a couple of years the law will change. And he's like, okay, what do I do? Do I register online? What do I do? And he goes, you got to go to court Monday morning, okay? You got to register in person. Immediately, I clear my schedule because there's no fucking way I'm missing this, right? So we get to the DMV. Nick even Googled what time to go when it's not so busy. He could have picked the worst time. It was packed out. The girl in front of him in line was getting her driver's license. She was 16, like a bubbly teenager. Like, even the women behind the counter at the DMV who are always dead in the eyes were excited for this girl. They're like, take another photo, find one that's cute, right? And then Nick's up, right? And they go, how can I help you, sir? And he goes, I'm here to register for the sex offenders list. And the lady goes, I'm missing the beat, sir, sex offenders need to register at aisle 4.
Oh my God.
It's amazing. It's even better when I told that story at his wedding. Can you guys tell that I was a pussy growing up? I was a pussy growing up. But I had this uncle that wanted to man me up, right? He didn't want a pussy for a nephew, so he took me deer hunting. Any deer hunters here? Yeah, not one of you, okay? You're a deer hunter? Yeah, okay. Well, for those that don't know what it is, just you and I there, Buttercup. Here's what it is. You go out in the woods, you wait, a deer walks out, you shoot it, okay? How hard can it be? Have you seen a deer before, though? Because they're fucking beautiful. They have this, like, brown furry hair and big doe eyes, but you can't think that way. You gotta push the feeling shit down, right? I'm there to become a man. So I'm sitting in the tree, cold, shivering, hoping a deer doesn't walk out. A couple hours goes by. One does. My uncle quietly draws his rifle. I go, run for your life! Was not invited back. I don't know. I was a pussy and you knew that going in, right? So I disappointed him. I knew I'd get a speech, all right? How bad could a speech be? Look at me, I've disappointed a lot of people in my life. Little backstory on my uncle before I tell you what his speech was. He played professional football in the 1970s, so he can't read. When he's 6'10", he puts his arm around me and he goes, Max, I brought you to deer season, not queer season. I was 8. Give it up for good old-fashioned Midwest child rearing, right? It's weird, because at the time, like, he's one of those uncles where, you know, your parents are like, Uncle Gene loves you, just don't listen to everything he says. You know, we all have those people in our families, right? Makes no sense at the time, you can't talk like that. It makes no sense, my uncle's ignorant, but he's a good guy, right? Back in the 80s and 90s, you could say stuff like that. Like, little things changed back then, you know. Certain things that are the exact same thing they are now called different, and I don't like it. I'll give you an example. Back in the 80s, my dad was a drinker, right? Drinker. Drinker's fun. You'd invite a drinker to a party, right? In 2016, my dad is an alcoholic. Right? I don't like that, though. My dad's a good guy. He just drinks a lot. Like, alcoholic's like a negative word, but my dad never hit me. If he beat me with anything, it was just promises. Like, I could tell how drunk my dad was based upon what he promised me the night before. It's a good thing to know when you're 10, sir. Right? Give you an example. Hey, Max, that tree fort we've been talking about building, we're building it tomorrow. Dad, you're going to be late for work? Or Max, those go-karts on TV look like a blast. We're buying you one tomorrow. I'm like, Dad, you should not drive. One time he got fucking out of control, and I'm embarrassed to say this. He goes, Max, you're 16, pick out a car, I'll buy it for you. Right? We know where this is going. An hour later, he had his stomach pumped.
Oh my god.
On the good side, do you know how nice paramedics are to 11-year-olds on Christmas morning?
Oh my god.
It's okay, you won't feel bad for me in 5 minutes. You guys know the #1 rule in life? You guys hear this yet? No? You? No? No one? That we're all gay? Yeah? Anyone know that? Every single person here is gay. Gay is not a yes or no, it's a spectrum thing, right? There's a gray area thing, okay? That's not good enough for me, though. I live in New York now, but I'm from the Midwest, so I want to explain it to you, my man. By the way, you were a huge, big guy, all right? You look like how I think I look like when I'm fucking, all right? What's your name?
Zappy.
Zappy. It could have been anything else, could it? Zappy, we're going to get back to the rule. The rule is this, we're all gay, and I'll try to prove it. I've taken it upon myself to prove this whole thing how we're all gay. I'm going to prove it like a math theory, sir. Like any math theory, I got to quantify, right? Quantify, just assign a number to it, right? What's the easiest way to do that in America? Let's put a dollar amount on it, right? The question is this and only this. How much would it cost for you or I to go gay? Dig deep, the price is lower than what you think it is, I assure you. I call the theory gay for pay. In the spirit of sharing, anyone want to guess my number, how much for me to go gay? Shout it out. Anyone?
$10.
$10, you cheap fuck. For this sweet piece of meat, you son of a bitch from Holland. It's $1,503, sir. You're like, wow, that's very specific. You're right, that's the exact amount of my rent in Brooklyn, New York, okay? Sign that I can't afford it. There you go, that's what's up, Brooklyn's here. Room 610. If Brad Pitt pulled his dick out and you didn't suck it, you're gay. Let me put it that way. That's not written, that just was in my heart. Let's see what you guys want to talk about here. Let's see here. Fuck. There's so many good-looking people out there and I'm sick of them. Anyone else sick of good-looking people? I'm a 4 and I'm happy to be a 4, alright? 4 for life. A good-looking guy has it way too easy. A girl can walk in that building right now, a good-looking guy can just look at her and wink and she'll walk over. Fuck that guy. That's way too easy. Right? You know what happens, Zeppy, if I wink at that girl? This is what you're gonna hear. Aww. Who brought their special needs cousin to the nightclub? I didn't know the Make-A-Wish Foundation goes to the nightclubs. It's weird. Man, you guys ever break a bone before? Broken a lot. I broke my pelvis once. Don't do that. It sucks. The first part that sucks, other than the obvious pain, is they give you a donut to sit on, right? For like 6 weeks. Try getting laid after taking a girl to Olive Garden and carrying a donut, right? Not easy. The other thing they tell you is you can't have sex for 4 to 6 weeks. At the time I was 19, living in Southern California. Good luck, boys, gotta eat, right? Day 9 goes by and I'm like, listen, I can fuck. Okay. This albino can fuck, Zeppy knows. No, So this girl told me I never had sex with her, but like she kind of nursed me through the injury, so I convinced her into like having sex with me or whatever, because I'm really good with words. And let's fast forward to the fun part. First pump, I collapsed on top of her and started crying. Snot came out of parts of my nose I didn't know I had. Turns out that it's not the bone that hurts when you're broken, it's the muscles around it. I'm glad she didn't call back, because this day I'm pretty sure she thinks that was just me orgasming. That becomes hard. Have you guys ever been down south before?
Yes.
Holy shit, that's a place, right? They don't even have laws down there. They're polite suggestions. Like you can do whatever the fuck you want. It's amazing. Did a show down there, and the guy in charge of us is like, "Hey, you want to come out and do what we do in the south?" I'm like, "Yeah, fuck yeah. What is it?" And he goes, "We shoot guns, right?" Again, back to my deer hunting story. Haven't done that before, but I walked into a sporting goods store, and for $300, I walked out with a Smith & Wesson .45 semi-automatic handgun. Oh my God, we shot everything. It was incredible. Like, I'm not saying we shot propane tanks because that's illegal and bad for the environment, but they're $20. It was amazing. The whole time I kept shooting this amazing piece of metal, this gun, this amalgamation of steel and just aluminum, I was thinking, fuck, if I had this gun 200 years ago, I'd have at least 10 high schools named after me. You guys big on history around here? Hey, refer to the earlier part of my set when I said you wouldn't feel bad for me in 5 minutes, alright? I don't know, I'm really good at dating, as you guys can tell. Yeah, give it up for me, I'm fucking good at dating. Don't clap. Anyone have a fear of commitment? Yeah, me too. All right, I'm 33 though, right? I have to be up front with girls. I tell them ahead of time, I have a fear of commitment, let's take things slow. The other day, I'm, at least for this joke, she's my girlfriend, and I get to her apartment and there's a box of 20 condoms there. A box of 20 condoms she went out and bought for us to use. Holy shit, it scared me, but then all of a sudden I'm the dick when I try to take 2 to go. You guys practice safe sex? Ugh. Condoms are mood killers. Zeppy knows. I feel like when someone suggests using a condom, it's like when you go to your friend's shitty apartment and try to tell you to take your shoes off. Like, seriously? Can't I just wipe my feet and pretend not to judge you?
Because it's clean in here.
I don't practice safe sex. I don't use condoms because they're girls. I'm trying to fuck girls, not tarps. What's your name, sir? You agree, right? I know what you're thinking, though. We just met. What's your name? Q and I just met, and he knows. He's like, Max, I'm worried about you. Q's worried about you, baby. Aren't you worried about getting AIDS? No, I'll never have AIDS. Ask me why, Q. So I'm never going to take an AIDS test.
Oh my God.
This is going to die of a bad cold. I'll tell you a story about, there's different types of guys. Like, are you a car guy, Zeppy?
Yes.
Okay, I'm not, alright? It goes back to the other stories. Okay, I'm not a car guy. No, Dis, I get it. I'm just not a man's man, right? For instance, I'm not comfortable in the locker room. I will pull my dick out at the bar in an hour, no problem, right? But I will not stand naked next to Zeppy in the locker room. It's weird. I don't know, I'm just not into it, alright? That's not my thing. I know what you're thinking. You're like, there must have something that happened to you, Max, and there was, and I'll tell you. Guys, it's getting real. When I was a young buck, about 7, I was taking swimming lessons at a YMCA, right? Some version, we've all heard this before, right? I was taking swim lessons, okay? I was with my friend, and here's the deal at the YMCA. There's a locker room, there's a shower, and there's a pool, right? It's all in one line. The idea is you have to take a shower before you get in the pool. Q knows, right? So I get trunks on. I'm not trying to stop in the fucking take a shower queue. I want to get to that pool as fast as possible, all right? So I put my trunks on, I take off running after my friend, right? First mistake, I didn't know there was a hard left turn in the shower, okay? Second mistake, wet floor, right? Third mistake, 400-pound obese nude male showering on the catching side, right? Like, for as much as I screamed and clawed, it was like his dick had a gravitational pull. I was just, no! That's his dick, Zeppy. And that was the first time an older man's dick touched my mouth as a child. Guys, nice Max White. Give it up for yourself and everything. Have a good night.